A change of season is the perfect time to change your look. Update your prescription and choose from the wide selection of branding, frames, and state-of-the-art lenses at Pearl Vision. They work with all major vision plans, including iMed. Plus, they'll cover the cost of your insurance copay or your eye exam. Schedule your family's eye exams at pearlvision.com. Valid prescription required. Valid at participating locations. Restrictions apply. Taxes extra. See store for details. And 7/31/23. Exams available at the independent doctor of optometry at or next to Pearl Vision. Some doctors employed by Pearl Vision.
Hello, and welcome back to the Healthy Human Podcast. My name is Callie. I'm your podcast host, and I am so excited to have you here today listening wherever you are. If you're walking, driving, working, laying in bed, I am just so thankful for you. Okay, so if you're new to the podcast, we always start things off with a self check-in. Think of the self check-in like a moment to just reground yourself if your day's been really busy, nonstop, and you just need to reconnect and just see how you're doing. So it's kind of like a mindfulness activity. Think of it like that. Wherever you are, I want you to just take a moment and take a nice deep inhale, 4 counts slow through your breath, filling up your lungs with lots of goodness here. And then on your exhale, just open your mouth and just gently sigh out for 4 counts, letting your chest fall, releasing limiting beliefs, let it go. I want you to ask yourself, how am I feeling today on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being I'm amazing, I'm thriving, 1 being not the best ever. And now ask yourself, what is something I can do to make my scale increase by at least 1 number? So if you're already at 10, what can you do to break the scale and hit 11? Once you have that thing, I want you to just take a moment and tell yourself, I am holding myself accountable to doing, and then fill in the blank for whatever thing it is today. All right, accountability is something that is so helpful, even if it's accountability with yourself. I used to always do that when I was a skater. If I was afraid to do a jump, my coach would be like, literally tell yourself, I am holding myself accountable to giving this jump my all. And it always worked. Okay, and now I want you to ask yourself, on a lighter note, have I drank water in the past 30 minutes? If you haven't, I want you to grab your water with me, unscrew the lid, and let's cheers on 3 and hydrate our hot pods. In 3, 2, 1, cheers. I hope you're feeling hydrated and good. Now I want you to ask yourself, have I stood up in the past hour? If you haven't already stood up, I want you to stand up right now, shake out the legs, shake out the arms, get the blood flowing, and then sit back down. Okay, now I want you to ask yourself, what is something I'm currently struggling with? Dig deep here. Think about something that's holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself right now. And now I want you to ask yourself, what is something I can do today to make this struggle not as intense on my life right now? And if you can't think of anything, I want you to just really ponder on this question for some time and just think about, like, what can I do today to just get myself to that next level and level up? Okay. Last question before we get into our life updates is I want you to ask yourself, what is something that I have accomplished so far today that I'm really proud of? It could literally be something as small as I gave myself a high five in the mirror. I mean, that's not small, it's a big deal. Or I went to coffee with a new friend. Or I got myself out of the house before 10 a.m. It could be anything. All right. I hope you're feeling checked in. I hope you're feeling good. I am actually so in shock that we're in the final week of April. So mind blowing to me. I'm so excited because I feel like summer is around the corner. I don't know if you guys can hear, but I live in Florida, and there's currently a major spring shower storm going on right now. So there's a lot of thunder, lightning, and it's actually such a vibe because if you don't know this already about Florida, in South Florida particularly, it's kind of like a jungle. So especially in the spring rainy season, it'll be a beautiful day, like blue skies, like amazing. And then out of nowhere, an insane storm will just hit. And it was funny because I was actually, right before this, I was at the beach filming some workouts and some content because I'm launching on Sweaty Studio. Sweaty Studio is my Pilates studio, if you don't already know that. I'm launching a cycle syncing program. It's going to start next week, so I'll give you guys more details on that. But I was filming some stuff, and it was like perfect weather for the workouts I was filming. And then I started filming. I'm like, okay, a little spoiler because you guys always get the tea first. I was filming a walking video. So basically I'm going to have a guided walk, and I just got a GoPro today and I was filming the ocean on like an actual walk I was on. And out of nowhere, this just black cloud rolled out, and John, my fiance, was with me, and we were like, we need to book it. So thankfully we were able to finish filming that, and then this crazy storm just hit within minutes. So anyways, that's the vibes right now, and honestly, I'm here for it. I kind of love like a moody weather day. As long as I get some sunshine for at least 30 minutes, like we're chilling. Anyways, on another update note, I am launching the cycle syncing program very soon. So it's going to be officially starts on Monday, I believe. It's on May 1st. So that's going to be new and exciting. And basically, if you already know what cycle syncing is, it's when you work with your body, not against it. So you're pairing your lifestyle, your foods you're eating, your workouts you're doing, to support your hormone fluctuations throughout the month. Because as women, we have 4 different phases, and I have so many episodes on cycle syncing. If you're like a little confused about what it is, I have a lot of just awesome episodes where I bring on some guests who talk about it, and definitely go give those a listen because they're really helpful. I always learn so much when I have guests on, especially in like the food department of things, because I specialize in fitness. So I had one on seed cycling with Kate Morton a couple weeks ago, and it was literally so helpful. And you guys, I've been seed cycling lately, which seed cycling is where you're eating different types of seeds to support those hormone fluctuations throughout the different phases. I've been doing that, and I don't think I've really opened up a lot about this on the podcast, but I've been struggling with hormonal acne for the past few years, and last year in particular got really bad for me out of nowhere, and I just was trying literally everything to fix it. And I was so close to going to a dermatologist a couple weeks ago because I just had tried everything under the sun that I could think of. And finally, Kate told me about seed cycling. I started doing it. I've been doing it for probably 3 weeks now. And you guys, I'm not even joking. My skin has cleared up so much. It's actually unreal. So if you've been struggling with hormonal acne, I definitely recommend seed cycling. Like, it's insane. So go listen to the episode about seed cycling if you're like more curious about it, because that episode changed my life, my skin life. Okay. But you guys, let's get into today's episode. Every Monday on Instagram, I have a couple Instagram accounts, but the main one I have is I'm Sweaty and I Know It. So if you want to go follow me, go for it. But I post every like Monday, a self check-in, kind of similar to what we do on the podcast, but it's in IG stories. And I ask you guys, what are you struggling with? And I was looking, sometimes I'll base my episodes on kind of the just overall theme of what people are going through, because I want to help you guys. Like, that's why I make the podcast. And the majority of you guys wanted or are struggling with body image right now. Body image, confidence, and all those things. And I just think this is such a relevant thing to talk about because it's almost May. School's almost over for you guys in school, and the summer is about to happen. And with summer comes a lot of different things. We have bikini season coming up. We have a lot of messaging that we're going to see on social media that it's going to be talking about how to get your summer body, how to get your dream bikini body, all those things. And I don't know about you, but in the past, I've really struggled during the month or so leading up to summer when all of this stuff is just thrown in my face. Even if I feel confident in my body, all the messaging around trying to psychologically make me feel like I need to do something different and that I'm not enough is what makes that body image struggle become present in my life. I don't know if you feel the same way, but that's typically what happens to me. And I want to just chat about this because I know my listenership is primarily female. For the guys out there listening, shout out to you also. I definitely know for a fact though that like a lot of my girls, this struggle is real. I was talking about this yesterday with some of my friends in my Bible study I'm in, and a lot of people were feeling just like that I'm not enough kind of vibes going on. And I think body image goes hand in hand with that. It's like feeling like your body's not enough. And so I'm going to share some tips that help me. So the first thing, and I want to just also put this out there, that when I was in middle school, high school, and honestly most of college, Body image was something I really, really struggled with. And it's kind of been something I've struggled with for most of my life. I was never, I guess, like the stick thin kid, if that makes sense. So from a young age, I've been very aware that my body has been built differently than the society standards of skinny. And I'm not gonna lie, that has always been something that's really affected me. Okay, so some things I want to say that are really helpful and have helped me in this just constant battle and journey is the first thing is that you cannot hate yourself into a body that you love. I have tried it. I am a living proof example that this just does not work. When I was in high school, I remember doing, oh my gosh, what's it called? It was like this one program that everyone I knew was doing. It was like a very intense HIIT workout program. And it was really hard, and it was good, but it was really freaking hard. And I thought that the only way, I think it was actually freshman year of college, I thought that the only way I could lose weight and see results was by doing this specific program. Because all the girls I knew who had the dream bodies I wanted were doing this program. So I would like push myself through it. It was not something that I just did not enjoy. First of all, it was grueling. It just wasn't fun for me. I remember I'd go to the gym. It was like, I think it was my freshman year summer, like after freshman year of college when I was doing this program. I would go to the gym and I would first things first weigh myself on the scale. And then I would go and I would do this workout program and I would run laps around and maybe do some heavyweight squats. And then I'd weigh myself on the way out. And every day, if my weight varied by like literally a pound, I felt like an absolute failure. I was so hard on myself. I really did not like my body. I'd be lifting weights or doing the program, looking in the mirror, and I would just be like talking nasty thoughts about my body to myself. So even when I did see I was losing pounds at one point, I still was like, this isn't enough. I'm not doing good enough. Like, I need to keep losing more. And I remember, I think it was this same summer is when I tried keto, which if you don't know what keto is, it's this very restrictive fad diet that's pretty popular in our culture. And I mean, okay, look, it might work for some people, but I will say this, it completely harmed my body. I thought I had IBS for several months after. I was having extreme gut problems that I just had no explanation for after doing keto. This show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing, especially if you're in that post-grad season of your life. I don't know, I graduated 2 years ago and I feel like every month I'm a different person. So the other day, I was just not feeling connected to myself, and I realized that this was because I hadn't been swimming in the ocean or spending time in nature. So that was something new I learned about me. But last March, you guys, I was feeling extremely disconnected from who I was. I was struggling with my mental health, especially in anxiety and depression, and I just did not feel like myself at all. I'd heard about BetterHelp. It's an online therapy that you can do from anywhere, but I wasn't sure. But then one day I was like, I'm gonna try this out and see what I think. I couldn't exactly pinpoint why I was struggling so bad with my mental health, but I can say that talking through things with a therapist helped me so much. We worked on healing past traumas and blocks that were limiting me from becoming my best self and feeling empowered. So if you've been thinking of starting therapy, I definitely recommend BetterHelp. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and entirely online to fit your schedule. Plus, all you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Callie today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Callie. As you know, I've been obsessed with cycle syncing my foods, which is basically when you're eating certain types of food to help with your hormone fluctuations throughout each phase of the menstrual cycle. The only issue I'm running into is in the recipe department because since you know I run my own business, I do find it really hard to fit in time to cook a nutritious meal that fits my hormones needs. I recently discovered Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well, with dinners that work for you, not the other way around, and love how convenient and easy it is to cook up a balanced meal with with the right nutrients for my cycle with pre-portioned and prepped ingredients, including pre-measured sauces, spices, and dressings. I'm the type of person who gets burnt out quickly from the same meal over and over. And yes, unfortunately, I'm sad to say my yogurt bowl obsession is currently on pause for this exact reason. So the fact that Green Chef lets you choose from 30 plus recipes weekly and mix and match meals from different dietary preferences is such a vibe. Also, little fun fact, as you probably know, any sort of packaging can cause waste, but Green Chef is the only meal kit that is both carbon and plastic offset. They offset 100% of their carbon footprint as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. So if you've been struggling in the cooking department and need some delicious meals, they're quick and easy to create, go to greenchef.com/Callie60 and use code Callie60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. That's greenchef.com/Callie60 and use code Callie60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. Go check it out.
So, how does it feel when you play Roll Up to Win with Tim Hortons? Buy a hot or cold beverage using the Tim's app and find out. Roll in the app for a chance to win prizes ranging from free coffee and donuts to a Universal Orlando resort vacation or a sweet car. Oh, don't forget the TV. And this year, every roll is a shot at a $1,000 daily giveaway drawing for two $500 prizes. Roll up to win and get treated by Tim's. No purchase necessary. Account registration required. 50 U.S. and D.C. 18 plus entered by 4/2/23. See rules at rolluptowin.com for free entry and full details. Void in Florida and where prohibited.
And eventually it kind of got better. But point of the story is when I was doing keto, I definitely saw some changes in my body. But when I saw the changes in my body, I still wasn't happy. I still didn't like how I looked. I still wanted more. And then obviously keto was super restrictive. So what happened in my mind is when I was restricting, eventually got to the point where I would just constantly be thinking about carbs. All I wanted were carbs. And then the opposite of restriction is binging. And I found myself struggling with not being able to control what I was eating because I had been restricting carbs for so long. And then when I finished doing the diet, I was like, I just need so many carbs. And then of course, the diet literally did nothing for me, for my mental health or for my body. I'm telling you this story because I have had a huge shift in my results when I this was like several years ago, I discovered the power of loving your body through the entire process. And this is going to be something that's challenging. This is not something that is an easy thing to do. I'm going to put it out there, but it is something that is going to give you sustainable results for the long term. And it's going to make your life 1,000 times better. And it's going to really help your confidence and body image this summer. What it is I want you, next time you look in the mirror, as you maybe find yourself ripping things apart about your body, I want you to put your hand over the parts of your body that you're insecure about. So for me, I'd put my hand over my stomach. And I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to say out loud, I love my stomach. I love my inner thighs. I love my hip dips. Just telling yourself out loud, declaring that you love your body. At first, it may be really hard. It may be really painful to do that because you don't believe it. But the more you do it, the more you're going to start to change that mindset and narrative and how you're seeing yourself in the mirror. Once you start doing this, I want you to also start to just become aware of how you're talking to yourself throughout the day. When you make a mistake, are you in your mind telling yourself, oh my gosh, what a stupid idiot failure I am? Or are you telling yourself, it's fine. We're going to just move on. So what? So what that happened? Like, you're doing great. You're doing good. I want you to become aware of that talk going on in your mind. I challenge you, if you catch yourself saying something nasty to yourself, I want you to press pause, take a deep breath, and then I want you to say the opposite of what that mean thought was. So if you said, I'm a stupid idiot, say, I am intelligent, I am worthy, and I am a queen. Declare the opposite. And when you're doing your workouts, when you're eating your meals, I challenge you to start to add affirmations into your life. Adding affirmations into life when you're doing things that may trigger that body image stuff to come up. If you're putting on a bikini and the first thought you have when you're reaching for that bikini in your drawer is, oh, is this gonna look weird on my bloat right now? I want you to change that narrative. I want you to say, I'm going to look hot AF in this bikini and I'm going to rock it on the beach. I know this sounds like a very simple thing, but it is so powerful. The way we speak to ourselves and the way we declare things out loud is straight power. If you're declaring stuff about yourself that's negative or mean or toxic, you're putting that out there into the world. You're putting that just negativity about yourself out there. I'm telling you, it makes such a big difference. And that's why I started doing affirmations in my workouts on Sweaty Studio. That's why I started adding the affirmations in, because for me, I learned workouts are something that I have struggled with body image. I've struggled with doing a crunch, looking at a roll in my stomach and thinking, oh, like that's so gross. And the reason I started adding affirmations in is because I wanted to create my workout fitness space to be a positive, loving space, because you cannot hate your body into a body that you love, but you can love your body into a body that you love for the long term. I think another thing too that's really helpful when healing body image, I'm going to title this something about like how to overcome summer body scaries. There's so much just fear around the summer body bikini season. And I think it's really important to kind of think about, why is there this fear? Fear does not have to have so much control over your life. It doesn't have to be so powerful. The way that you minimize something powerful that's dark is you bring it into the light. I want you to think about what you're afraid of when it comes to your body or confidence. Like, why are you struggling with this thing? Maybe you're worried about someone's opinion of your body. Maybe you're worried that you're not going to look good in a photo. A lot of the times, and I've noticed this with myself, is when I'm struggling with body image, it's because I'm striving for the approval of man. But when you can bring that into the light, that's when you're going to minimize the power of the fear. You're going to minimize the power of wanting people's approval. Because the only approval that you need, my queen, is the approval of God. God who created you. I've talked about this before in body image episodes, and I will use this example till the day I die. Look at two pieces of art side by side, two paintings. One painting is of an ocean. The other painting is of a fruit bowl. Is there any way to even compare the two paintings together? When you have two totally separate pieces of art, there's really no way to compare them. This is the exact same way for humans. Every person on this planet Earth is totally different. Yes, maybe we have a couple things in common, like maybe you have green eyes, you and your best friend both have green eyes, or you and your best friend are both from the same state, born on the same month. But if you really strip yourself down all the way to your cell makeup, your body is unlike anyone else's. No one's personality is the exact same as yours. And it's just like artwork. You can't compare two pieces of art. God created every single person different. Like the sunrise and the sunset, there are no two people who are created the exact same way, but both people are beautiful in their own ways. So the next time that you're struggling with body image, I just challenge you. I challenge you to take a step back and to ask yourself, am I striving for the approval of someone else? And next time you feel like this, I just want to remind you, tell yourself, I am enough. God created me to be enough. And God literally created you in his image, and God is the creator of the freaking universe and everything. So obviously you're created like pretty freaking special, my gorgeous queen. And something else too that helps me a lot with body image and confidence is making sure that I'm doing the things that make me feel confident. So something that recently has been helping me a lot with confidence is dance parties in the morning. When I'm getting ready and I'm like putting some makeup on or I'm doing my hair for the day, I will grab a speaker and I'll blast just music that makes me feel really peppy and really excited, and I'll literally be like dancing while I'm getting ready. Can't even explain it. It just elevates the mood and it makes me feel so hyped up. It makes me feel so confident, makes me feel so feminine, getting that dancing, flowing energy going on. And there's just something about it. So figure out the things in your life that make you feel confident and sprinkle those into your day. Even if they seem as simple as just wearing a cute outfit every day. Put on the cute outfit. If it's putting mascara on, put the mascara on. If it's going on a walk in the morning, go on a walk. Make sure that you are independent and that you give yourself the stuff that you need to do. Don't wait for someone else to tell you to do it. You know what you need and you deserve it. You deserve the things that make you feel good in your life. I hope that this episode was helpful. I hope it inspired you, and just know that like we all have moments when we feel insecure. I think that's just like what being human is. Everyone has moments when they're maybe feeling not like their best self or feeling like a little, I don't know, not the best in their body. Like I had a whole month, like a month ago, where I looked at myself in the mirror and I was so critical of myself. And I'd look at photos and I would just be like, oh my gosh, how did I even manage to look like that? And I think it's just important to like shift the narrative. Would you say that to your friend? I don't think so. I think if you did, you'd be a pretty mean friend. No offense. But anyways, my queen, you are beautiful. And no matter what shape your body is, no matter the number on the scale, no matter your skin color, no matter your hair color, your eye color, no matter your height, no matter your acne, no acne, no matter your nail color, you are absolutely perfect just the way you were created. And if someone is telling you otherwise, just turn away and walk away. I had a guy tell me in high school that I had a big forehead. It stuck with me, you guys. And I was so insecure. I wanted to just have bangs. I wanted to hide my forehead. And you know what? Fast forward several years, that guy tried to hit on me. He tried to freaking hit on me. So people's comments don't mean anything. It's a reflection of them. And that is a prime example. And I have so many more examples of that. And it just block out the comments. A lot of the time, mean comments from people is simply a projection of what's going on their internal. And we can't control other people, right? We cannot control how other people respond or how they speak to us, but we can control how we speak to other people. We can control what we think, what we say, and our body language. So focus on controlling yourself. And when you're kind to people, typically people are kind back. But if they're not, that's just a total reflection on themselves. So anyways, I hope you love this episode. If you did, make sure you leave a rating. It helps so much, you guys. I was reading some of the reviews last week and they made me so happy. Like, I don't know why, but I haven't really read the reviews before because I didn't even know where you could read them. And you guys are so sweet. I am just so thankful for this community, and every single one of you listening today, you are so special and one of a kind, and I hope you know that. As always, feel free to tag me on your stories listening at Healthy But Human Pod, and I'm sweaty and I know it. And I'm also always down to have a little DM conversation if you ever need to chat, so please reach out to me on Instagram. And other than that, I will see you next time, my gorgeous queen. Check out the cycle syncing program, which is launching really soon. And I have actually a freebie cycle syncing guide you can get. So it's like right before the challenge starts. You can get the guide, learn what cycle syncing is, and then join the program when it launches on, I think, May 1st. Okay, I'll see you next time. Have the best day and stay sweaty. Bye, my gorgeous queen.
Welcome to BreezeLine, where you'll say, "Ta-ta, T-Mobile, our home internet is just plain better. More reliable and faster because we put internet first. If there's network congestion, we won't slow your internet down like T-Mobile does to help their cell customers." And right now, you can try out a true internet experience with BreezeLine's reliable and fast fiber-powered home internet. Find your perfect speed with prices starting at $19.99 a month for 24 months. Terms and conditions apply. Go to breezeline.com to learn more.